What if I told you there's an animal that can outrun an Olympic sprinter, outweigh a grand piano, and look absolutely adorable doing it? Meet the brown bear, the heavyweight champ of the wilderness with a resume longer than a hibernation nap. But don't get it twisted. These aren't your cuddly teddy bears from the gift shop. Nope. These are earth-roaming, fish-snagging, tree-scratching tanks wrapped in fur. And here's your hook. A creature that can crush a bowling ball like a stale Cheeto, hibernate for 7 months without eating or using the bathroom, and still wake up looking like it just rolled off the cover of Wildlife Weekly. This isn't just a bear. This is nature's ultimate paradox. Powerhouse predator, gentle berry picker, ecosystem engineer, and part-time mythological icon. First things first, brown bears are world travelers. From the icy peaks of Alaska to the misty forests of Europe and across the rugged terrains of Asia, they've left paw prints across 3 continents. They're furry colonizers, settling in wherever the buffet is open and the land is wild. But don't think for a second that brown bear means just one flavor. There are grizzlies with bad tempers, Kodiaks built like bulldozers, and Eurasian brown bears with their own regional flair. Each type has its own survival hacks, from fishing techniques to food preferences to how much attitude they bring to the table. Now let's talk Kodiak bears, the absolute titans. These Alaskan giants can weigh up to 1,500 pounds, and when they stand tall, they look down on second-story balconies. That's not a bear, that's a snout-equipped skyscraper. And despite their bulk, Kodiaks aren't slow. They're like freight trains covered in fur. Because here's the kicker, brown bears can hit speeds of 35 miles per hour. That means they can chase down a deer like it owes them money. Usain Bolt might win in the stadium, but out in the tundra, he's bear food. And those muscles, they're not for flexing, they're for demolishing. Brown bears dig like industrial backhoes. They swim like Olympic athletes. They climb trees like squirrels who've been bulking at the gym. Their limbs are literal Swiss Army knives, tearing apart logs, flipping boulders, or giving you a friendly wave. From a distance, you'll want to measure in miles, not feet. Now picture this. Jaws so powerful they could crush a bowling ball. That's not a scary bedtime story. That's real. With a bite force of 975 psi, these jaws aren't designed for nibbling. They're built for destruction. But here's the twist. Those same jaws that can snap femurs like breadsticks can also delicately pluck berries off a bush. It's the ultimate contradiction. Apex predator 1 second, brunch enthusiast the next. And the diet? Forget picky eaters. Brown bears are walking buffets with 0 restrictions. Fish? Absolutely. Berries? Always. Carrion? Sure. Roots, nuts, insects, grass? Nothing's off the table. Their menu shifts with the seasons, making them flexible survivors. 1 month they're basically vegan, the next it's all about meat and fat. Adaptability is the secret sauce of the bear diet. But when fall hits, things get intense. Enter hyperphagia, a word that sounds like a heavy metal band but really means bear all-you-can-eat season. During this phase, brown bears can consume 90 pounds of food a day. That's like devouring a 5th grader every single day. They can gain 3 to 6 pounds daily, bulking into biological batteries designed for the long shutdown of winter. It's like watching a fluffy tank power up for hibernation. No protein shakes required. Hibernation is where things get mind-blowing. Forget cozy nap, it's more like metabolic magic. Heart rate slows to near silence. Metabolism crashes to survival mode. And for up to 7 months, brown bears don't eat, drink, pee, or poop. 0 bathroom breaks for half a year. Even crazier, their bodies recycle waste into protein to prevent muscle loss. Science still can't quite explain how. It's the closest thing to biological sorcery on Earth. But female bears add another layer of weird. They're masters of reproductive suspense. Mating happens in spring, but the fertilized egg doesn't implant right away. Instead, the female waits. If she's gained enough fat for pregnancy and hibernation, the embryo implants in fall. If not, her body quietly reabsorbs it. No fuss, no drama, just survival math at its finest. And when cubs arrive, Mama Bear goes full bodyguard mode. She'll throw down with wolves, rival bears, and even predatory males who might kill cubs to trigger new mating. But she's not having it. Cubs stick with her for up to 2.5 years, learning survival skills, snack preferences, and bear etiquette. Motherhood, in bear terms, is a full contact sport. Communication is another hidden talent. Brown bears grunt, woof, snort, and moan like they're running a secret forest podcast. Their body language is just as rich. Ear position, posture, even head tilts carry meaning. And then there's tree scratching. To us, it looks like yoga mixed with exfoliation. To them, it's a multitasking marvel. Stretching, grooming, scent marking, and territory staking. Basically a bear's version of posting a status update. But the real superpower? Their nose. A brown bear's sense of smell is 2,100 times stronger than a human's. 7 times stronger than a bloodhound's. They can detect a carcass from 20 miles away, even buried under snow. So yeah, if you've got snacks 3 valleys over, don't be surprised if a bear shows up asking, "You gonna finish that?" Brains matter too. Brown bears display cultural intelligence, passing skills down through generations. Some use rocks as tools, others roll logs to trap prey. Many have figured out how to crack into coolers, raid car doors, or sidestep electric fences. They're not just strong, they're clever. And if they had thumbs, we'd probably be negotiating with them at the United Nations. Armor is another perk. That fur and thick skin, up to 3 inches in spots, works like built-in Kevlar. It absorbs damage from fights, bites, and scratches. Punch a brown bear, don't. And it'll shrug it off like a sneeze in the wind. But here's the softer side. Brown bears are ecosystem engineers. When they haul salmon into the forest, they're not just snacking. They're fertilizing the soil with nitrogen-rich leftovers. Those nutrients feed plants, strengthen trees, and nourish entire ecosystems. Every messy meal is actually a forest growth project. Culturally, the brown bear has always loomed large. Indigenous peoples see them as symbols of strength and wisdom. In Norse mythology, berserkers channeled their spirit in battle. But today, brown bears are stuck in a triple threat showdown: habitat loss, climate change, and human conflict. Once worshipped, they now dodge highways, poachers, and shrinking forests. And that's the real fight for survival. Still, the legends endure. The largest brown bear ever recorded weighed 2,500 pounds, basically a furry pickup truck with claws. Standing upright, it looked more parade float than predator. And yet, despite their size and strength, brown bears are deeply complex. They mourn lost cubs. They remember food spots years later. They solve puzzles, recognize faces, and calculate every calorie before winter. So here's the truth. Brown bears are more than brute force wrapped in fur. They're icons. They're ecosystem guardians. They're puzzle solvers, legends, and survivors. And behind that roaring, rearing silhouette is a sensitive, intelligent creature trying to adapt to a shrinking world. Brown bears don't just deserve awe, they deserve respect, protection, and a future. Because beneath all that fur is more than a symbol. It's a beating heart, still fighting to survive.